The best level from every single LEGO game has been decided, but there is a twist. As I go through the list of best levels, the better the best levels become. Meaning, are you ready to find out the best ever LEGO game level? Let's go. Starting off with the weakest best level is LEGO Indiana Jones 2. You know when everyone says sequels are never as good as the originals? Well, for this game's case, that is true. LEGO Indy 2 has some stinky levels. Doom Town is by far the best. Why? The concept is different. It is more about trying to locate items to help you escape a room to then eventually get into a fridge before the town goes, boom. You have the return of the dancing chairs with creepy mannequins staring you down, even to the little things. I like how the camera is attached to the front of the home to accentuate the dollhouse vibe. As stupid as that scene was in the movie, ain't no way you can survive that. It made the best level in this game. It is just a little short for my liking. Granted, it makes sense under its circumstances, hence why I think it is the weakest best level. It's just a really neat concept. I enjoyed it. Every time I come back to play LEGO Movie the video game, one thing I am never ever a fan of is how the game uses the movie scenes for the cutscenes. It just makes the game feel weird. All in all, I do not like a lot of LEGO Movie 1's levels. Do not even show me that level. Too late. That right there is the worst level in this game, so that begs the question, well, which is the best? It is Flatbush Gulch, man. The level opens up with this crazy Subway Surfers style opening. I played that game for so long as a kid. Maybe that is why I really love the opening for this level, and that is purely why I believe this is the best level, because I don't know why, but for some bizarre reason, when you enter the middle section of this level, it just becomes really stale. It is very reminiscent of the other LEGO Movie levels. You simply drill something with Emmett, do a little building minigame, and voila. The saloon fight at the end is brilliant though. Everyone loves a good old saloon fight, whether you're in Mos Eisley Cantina or hey, even Hogwarts. Yes, if I am being honest, it doesn't have the consistency of Doomtown from start to finish, but that opening is so strong on its own, I think it is deserving of this position. And all the other levels in LEGO Movie 1 are nowhere near on par with this one, so yeah, Flatbush Gulch it is. Bum ba da dum bum bum. What is something we all do not like? Flies and spiders, of course. That is the name of the next best level. LEGO Hobbit is massively overlooked, begging the question, is LEGO Hobbit bad? No, not at all, but I can go on to say though, the levels for the most part can be extremely forgettable. Okay, this may be a bit of a bold statement, but yes, TT Games have made many exclusive level environments across their plethora of LEGO games. I think the Forest of Mirkwood is actually one of their best. Imagine if you were here and your mates got captured by a spider. The backdrop is so disgusting. It somewhat reminds me of a darker version of one of the greatest LEGO game levels ever made, which we will actually get on to. Looking at these lower entry best levels, though they are best levels in their own respective games, they just lack that LEGO whimsical humour that is so apparent in the next lot of entries. Yeah, it is a pretty decent level. I love it when you defeat the spiders. TT decided to use this as their death sound. This may seem a little bit harsh, but as much as this is the best level in its own respective game, it really can't go any higher on the list because the bar from this best level to the next one is a significant jump. And well, you will see exactly why this is. Let's make the jump, shall we? I played this game for so long as a kid, and you might have too. Anything from the trolley. The world of LEGO Harry Potter Years 1 to 4 is filled with enchantment and danger, but the most exciting level and the best of them all is the face of the enemy. It is kinda ironic, it takes place after what I believe is the worst level in this game, the Forbidden Forest. Oh, I would rather walk around as Yoda for 12 minutes instead of fighting them ugly, gigantic wasps. Now, when I think about what makes me truly enjoy LEGO Harry Potter Years 1 to 4, two things come to mind: LEGO Hagrid, and this mission, because, well, it has it all. From the outdated model of the three-headed dog to watching this wizard take a bath with harmonic music glistening in the background. And finally, this is where the best levels begin to bring in the LEGO whimsical humour, and not only is this level a lot better than the lower three, it's just got that humour on top of it too. Then you enter a room of flying keys. Look, it's the wizarding world, anything can happen. It is rather basic, but I quite like it. You just chase them down, and can I just mention, Harry is low-key flexing upon Ron and Hermione here. These two cannot even sit straight upon a broom, and Harry's just there spinning. When I was an itty-bitty kid, I really enjoyed this boss fight, and yeah, I am aware it is subpar at best. The best way to do it is to use Hermione as a human shield. You know the saying, less is more. Well, I think this is a perfect analogy of this boss fight. The constant change of scenery really helps keep this level feeling fresh, and if the final boss fight was a tad bit better, it may have beaten the next entry. Oh, yeah. How did this next one beat this one? In life, you are either one or the other. The person who loves LEGO Harry Potter Years 1 to 4, or the person who prefers Years 5 to 7. And if you prefer Years 5 to 7, seriously, this hurts me so much, but the best level in Years 5 to 7 does beat the face of the enemy. And that level is, actually, hello there guys, how are you doing? I am RuggedEagle, and if you love LEGO games, do yourself a favour and subscribe. Also, this video took so long to make, and it would really mean a lot to me if you guys could drop a like. With the detonator! Thank you so much. This choice was very difficult, as it was either gonna be the Horcrux and the Hand, because the segment where you protect Dumbledore is so different, and we haven't actually seen anything like it since. Or Burning Bridges, which is loaded with incredible platforming and is one of the few levels where you get to explore Hogwarts, even to the Chamber of Secrets. So I decided the best level from these two had to be Burning Bridges, only because of one stupid little thing. You know what? I actually take that back. It is not even that stupid of a little thing, and prepare to witness greatness. Ever since little me sat down to play the LEGO Harry Potter games back in 2010 and 11, these have been engraved in my memory ever since. Come on, you know what I am talking about. Dancing skeletons. Now, you most likely have seen the average dancing skeleton, but what you have not seen is the king of all dancing skeletons. Oh man, seriously, I was watching this for ages. Still am. Remember what I said earlier, sequels are never as good as the originals. Well, for this LEGO Games franchise, it is true again. LEGO Marvel 2. As much as I love, and I mean really love this LEGO game, I think it prioritised the game's open world a little bit too much. This then led to an assortment of forgettable levels with set pieces that felt drained. You have levels such as On Board the Sword. The entire interior felt lifeless to the grey concrete hole that is Hala Is It Kree you are looking for. So, believe you me, I cannot express, man, how joyous it was to finally have a level that felt full of life and excitement. High Noon Saloon is what I am talking about, and it is easily the best. You know, I do not actually know if it is just my love for train levels in general, or how it reminds me of one of my favourite childhood games, Toy Story 3. Man, this level goes hard, traversing across this vibrant behemoth of a train, jumping through flaming hoops and feeling like Duke Kaboom. Cowboy Captain America is a character I never knew I needed in my life, and when LEGO Marvel 2 embraces its core elements, which are time travel and the multiverse, the game can cook up some really great stuff, such as the level Noir Night for Mayor. It is just a shame towards the end of the game, half of the levels are just you stuck in a boring looking space sword. I like how the level embraces a 50s movie tone throughout its second half. Captain Corbett sounds like every Scooby-Doo villain going. And going back to what I mentioned earlier, everyone loves a saloon fight, and there is a saloon fight in this level with I Am MODOK. TT, you really did a great job on this level, and can I just say, that soundtrack is banging. LEGO Marvel Avengers. I was sat there the other day and I solely believe this game was made just for them to make this one singular level. Then after the fun was over, they were stuck creating stretched out levels from simple scenes in the Avengers movies like, why am I cleaning the helicarrier? Anyway, that one singular level is Earth's Mightiest Heroes, featuring one of the best scenes from any LEGO game. We will get onto that soon. I am sure you have heard this before. They say when you get older, you grow out of certain things. I am sorry, but this simply ain't the case. When I am beating the bricks out of people as LEGO Hulk, I still feel the exact same as I did in 2013. Do you remember my love for train levels? Of course you do, it was only a minute ago since I told you. But this is kinda like a disguised train level. Instead we are riding an armoured space snail. The next part has you playing as Hawkeye and Captain America rescuing civilians. This is your typical LEGO Avengers style level design. Coming to think about it, the amount of times you battle on the streets in this game, they should have called it LEGO Street Fighter. TT Games knew exactly what they were doing here, forcefully feeding me more Hulk, slamming Loki back and forth, and yeah, this level is pretty epic and I like it how it does feel like a pure LEGO-fied version of the movie. It just has that edge over High Noon Saloon because it has a little bit more going on with it having 3 separate gameplay sections. Now yeah, I know this technically ain't part of the level's gameplay, but the cutscenes in this level are killer and it really does help impact my overall enjoyment of this level. Seeing a baguette fly at Loki's face at full pelt is what I am on about. The Force just awakened. Yeah, do not ask me what that was. There have been 6 LEGO Star Wars games, technically 4 with 2 being combined into 1. If you love the complete saga, I respect that. Nostalgia is powerful. If you love LEGO Star Wars 3, you are a legend. But if you love LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens the most, I seriously have to know why. It is time to shout. Yeah, well said, Finn. It is kinda funny to me that LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens best level isn't even based upon The Force Awakens. When the game includes a level where you are trying to open your own front door, a massive battle with teddy bears stands out to me. The Battle of Endor is a spiffing opening, and I really mean that. For an opening level, it does a great job. It has 3 different settings in one level. However, one of the 3 sections really drags this level down, and it could have been 5 entries higher if it wasn't for the Palpatine boss fight. This may seem harsh, but the Palpatine boss fight is very boring. The interior is lifeless when in contrast to the complete sagas. Like, that game had a full-on 360-degree access around the throne room. Here, I'm just sat looking at an electrical bubble. This is a major step up in terms of the best levels, having 3 different settings in one level, from the vibrant lush forest of Endor to weaving through the trenches on the Death Star 2. Yeah, admittedly, Palpatine's throne room does pull it down. Them other 2 sections are really the saving grace, commanding your own army of little teddy bears to riding an AT-ST across the vastness of Endor. And I really just want to say, whoever is responsible for the flying controls in this game, sir, you did a great job. Oh look, a rubber duck. I missed it. Just like a fart in the wind, this LEGO game seemed to come and go, mainly due to the failure of the LEGO Ninjago the movie at the box office, but it does feature Master Wu No Who. Get ready for a bold statement, but this LEGO game's level design is pretty flawless. I mean, fair enough, there's only like 8 major main story missions. I feel like when TT Games were making the LEGO Ninjago game, they thought, let's put all of our eggs into 2 baskets, one being parkour and the other being combat. So, which is the best level and why is it so high upon the list? Well, it is the uncrossable jungle. Welcome to the jungle. I guess jungles are filled with fun and games. Can I just point out that this densely crowded jungle left me dazed, swinging, wall running, jumping along giant lily pads to then climbing a giant pagoda. I was actually gobsmacked on how stunning the scenery looked here. You do also go to learn spin jitsu in this level, but I always felt like it was kind of pointless. If you really look at it, is it not just a glorified batarang for each character? I mean, it works the same way. You hit a terminal and then voila. All in all, this level actually blew me away. I was not expecting this from the LEGO Ninjago game, but hey, here we are. There is actually a massive Easter egg in this level. You can see the Predator from the 80s movie up in the trees. If you go to look closely here, you can actually see him. As much as this level is amazing, I did get severe flashbacks to a dark time that I simply wish I forgot in the finale of this level. Battling on bridges hasn't always been this fun, has it? How did they make such an awful boss fight for Mola Ram in the first indie game? Oh, wow. This level was originally higher on the list until I found out one little thing. Well, it's not really little. The level is just the open world with henchmen thrown in, so with its true colours shining through, I think it is deserving to be at this spot because I did enjoy it a lot more than the Battle of Endor. And can I just say, if you fell for that Predator Easter egg, have you even seen the movie Half the Time is Invisible? Admit it, I got you. Can I just ask, why is that hot dog green?
Quit complaining.
Fair enough, time for the Skywalker Saga. This choice was like trying to grab a Lego stud out of a haystack. Many of you guys argued to me saying Better Call Saul is the best level, my friends. You clearly haven't played A Plan to Save Han. This level is a buffet of juiciness. You are either the person who just blasts their way through like your Chewie Rambo, or you prefer Tom Cruising your way through the level. This is the sheer beauty of this level, hence why it is so high among the Hall of Best levels. For starters, Jabba's palace is so dense and detailed, and that is no lie. I think it is rather criminal, actually, how this was never a part of the open world. Then they have the audacity to tease me with the return of the burger. I built that burger back in 2011. Guys, come on. I deserve a bite. I now call this the Big Mike Mega Burger. I weren't lying about this level. There is so much you do not even notice. Such as when you are in Jabba's palace at night time, you can find tons of cartons of blue milk and party hats. May I ask what percentage is blue milk? I mean, Luke drinks it for fun. Jedi business, get out. Oh yeah, I did forget to mention, the level also has a Rancor boss fight. Yeah. There is actually 2 endings to this boss fight. You can either lure him towards the door like a true Star Wars fan that you are, or you can just beat him down with a bone. Did you not see the movie? Actually, I do not remember seeing this in the movie. Some disguise. When you look at Lego Batman, you think about a few things. Why is he so perfect? How is he so perfect? And why does he even bother with Robin? But I can reassure you what never crosses your mind is space. According to Lego Batman 3's best level, space suits you, sir. Lego Batman 3 is really up and down with its level design. Again, you have some really stinky spaceship missions which are so bland and forgettable, it makes me yearn for what we had. Granted, I did enjoy the Lantern Planet levels, they were a little bit more interesting to me. Let me draw your eyes to the menu. I understand the Beyond Gotham part, but this ain't a Lego Batman game really to me. Hey, do not get me wrong, I still really enjoy this Lego game. On a score system, I would probably give the open world a 4 out of 10. The level design, I would go with a 6 out of 10, and the character roster is a 10 out of 10. On to Space Suits You, Sir. This is the amalgamation of when this game perfects what it is trying to be. A Batman game that goes beyond Gotham. We begin off in the newly decked out Batcave, which is fun to explore and is a nice change up from the Lego Batman 2 Batcave. There is also an Easter egg to Doctor Who, and I am not teasing you this time, you can see. Adapting old bat suits into this level was a really nice homage to what we have come accustomed to seeing in a Lego Batman game. Then you fix the Bat rocket and head into space. Joker, for some reason, has a dodgy version of Lego Batman the video game. Why does he have this? Space Suits You, Sir has a bag filled with different gameplay styles, from the arcade shoot 'em up to fighting on an oscillating tower in space. This level is actually perfect in terms of Lego Batman 3. Come on, when do you see a washing machine shooting space clowns? This easily could have been another bland mission with a smelly spaceship interior, but damn, TT surprised me with how creative this level was. I really love the concept, Batman goes beyond Gotham, and that is why Space Suits You, Sir is such a strong best level, and it easily beats the lower entries. Next up, we are going very low. Actually, we're going very deep. I cannot say many of the Lego games have ever impressed me with flawless level design consistently from start to finish. But there is always one minor altercation, such as Lego City Undercover, and well, I already told you what the best level was. It's a minor altercation. TT Games sprinkled so much flavour into this level, and once again with Lego City Undercover, the soundtrack is just it's
banging.
They made a full-on Donkey Kong style section for this level exclusively. Chase McCain even referenced
I hope
it.
there isn't a giant ape at the top of this thing.
May I ask, what was TT Games thinking? So the level starts off very strong as it teaches you about the mining suit, but oh no, you then move into the next segment where you literally dive into the center of the earth. How deep is this mine? How deep is this mine? Whoa, I hadn't heard that song in years. What's it even called? See, I just listen to like 80s stuff. I have no idea. When looking back, I was actually mesmerized by how seamlessly this level flows from one area to the other, because the level has very limited amount of soft loads, which is basically a saying for whenever you enter a door, the environment changes. Here, you just seamlessly progress through the mine. The platforming is better than ever. I like how you have to time yourself to avoid boulders from crushing your Lego head, just adding more stakes to the level. Man, this level goes hard and deep, and well, very deep. From the platforming to the diving section, this best level has a lot more flavour than the lower entries. Even though they are all still best levels, minor altercation just flows super well, and just listening to the miners ramble on about stuff was so entertaining.
I'm gonna spend my bonus on going to one of those health spas to get pampered.
Yeah, this level is pretty good. Lego Incredibles really does go beyond par, and it does beat a minor altercation. And the best level in this Lego game is Normanison Island. TT Games are like the Sith, not in a harsh way. They have to abide by the strict rule on how they must be 2 players at all times. And this is where this level gets a really interesting dynamic, as Frozone joins Mr. Incredible on Normanison Island. This did not happen in the movie, so it is really interesting to hear their lines of dialogue. This is literally how all Americans see the British. Mind you, I am having a cup of tea right now, so. Normanison Island is very similar to the Uncrossable Jungle, but it is merged with the best part of Flatbush Gulch. So you can begin to see why this is actually a really great level. Then you move over to the Omnidroid boss fight. Finally, after years of Lego games, we actually use the weakness of a boss to defeat them. We have seen this a few times in the past, but I am not a fan of when you simply beat the living blocks out of a boss, and Lego Batman the video game suffers a lot from this. Whoa, I am not saying Lego Batman is a bad game, because you'll see where Lego Batman the video game's best level is. It's just a few boss fights such as the Catwoman one and the Killer Croc one are a little bland. Yes, there is a few exceptions such as Kill 'Em Off, where you lure him towards the light bulb and where you use a phonograph to pop Man-Bat's ears. So what I really like about the Omnidroid boss fight is how you use Frozone to freeze the water to then lure this British bowling ball up the ramp to get him stuck. And this boss fight does something really clever and unique. It splits both of the players up to fight 2 separate Omnidroids. Look, I do not know why, but when a Lego game splits both players up, it kinda excites me. Maybe because you get some personal space from each other, especially if you are playing with an annoying sibling, or how it can be entertaining to see 2 sides of one level, such as in the final level of The Rise of Skywalker. Battling 2 Omnidroids separately at the same time is just a really awesome way to go about doing this boss fight, and that is why this level just goes above minor altercation for me. I really like the creative choice. Final point, Normanison Island feels like a cavernous death trap. You never know when you're going to walk into a trap or get attacked by a robot, and also auto-tune be like. Oh, Lego DC Supervillains. What a Lego game. I feel like when TT Games were designing the next best level, they kept referring it to the one with the T-Rex mech, and they simply kept that as the name. Lego DC Supervillains is the one with the T-Rex mech. Jeez, that was confusing. I am gonna outright say it. I am fanatical about levels that take you to different places in one level. Despite having 3 different locations, that being Themyscira, this little mountain area and Volcano Bay, this is the area with the T-Rex mech. I really like how each area is unique to the last, and these are actually exclusive locations for this one level, unlike the Uncrossable Jungle, which just uses the game's open world. Yeah, this level has a boss fight with Granny Goodness. You heard me right. This boss fight is so strange, but I love it. I really enjoyed getting hit by a big giga-buffed granny while dodging her neatly knitted, obedient, serving men of yarn. I just realised how weird that description was for this boss fight, but it's accurate. Then we move into the mountains where you see something that you barely ever see: Batman and Joker teaming up. With Joker being Mark Hamill and Batman being the legendary Kevin Conroy, I could listen to these two talk all day.
I'm not many people. I'm Batman.
Yeah, I have literally no complaints here. I love hearing the dynamic between Joker and Batman as you platform from peak to peak. Yeah, maybe a Deathstroke boss fight would have been nice at the end instead of him just getting tasered in a cutscene. However, they are already 2 bosses in this level. Talking about the other boss, it is Calibac, who is the one with the T-Rex mech. Even I did it. Is it just me, but TT Games love their Lego mechs, in particular in the Batman/DC Lego games. How many mechs are even in Lego Batman 1, especially in the villain missions? Also, please ignore my custom Buzz Lightyear. You rarely ever get to see this in most games, but you actually get to use the villain's own mech against him, and I really enjoyed that. Yeah, this level does a lot, and I mean a lot, very well. If I were pulling strings, I maybe would have improved on the Granny Goodness boss fight, maybe using her own weakness against her, such as wrapping her up in a ball of yarn, and that is really all I have to say. That is really pulling strings. Also, you get to see Superman with sunglasses on. How cool is that? My, we are now into the final 10, and seriously, this is where the levels all become sheer masterpieces. Just making its way into the top 10 is my favourite Lego game, Lego Dimensions. Ooh! I kinda like to picture this next level like I made it because it seriously feels that way. When I was younger, little me loved Lego games and Lego in general, and I am sure you are the exact same, getting yourself a Lego Batman set, or hey, even a Lord of the Rings one, maybe a Scooby-Doo one. Then when you sit down and mash them all together and do a huge gigantic battle, that is a really long analogy for what painting the town black is, and that's the best level in Lego Dimensions. It is like a love letter to Lego game fans, and more particularly Lego Batman 2 fans. I tried so hard believing there was a way to explore Metropolis in Lego Batman 2, and well, with painting the town black, I can now do that. This may sound like I am geeking out, but when you plonk Mordor into the centre of Metropolis and let me battle Sauron on top of a Dalek ship from Doctor Who, yeah, I am geeking out. All in all, this level felt like an open world. Can we just appreciate how open it is? And seeing medieval structures in an urban jungle, is really peculiar but fascinating. The final boss fight against Sauron has you using structures from different worlds to channel light against him, and again we are effectively using the core weakness of a boss to overthrow them. Tell me if I am wrong, but that yellow bus is from The Simpsons, I am sure of it. I think it is. This level goes hard, and there is no reason for it to be this great, even outside of the love letter to the fans. If you are curious which is my favourite level pack, I'm gonna go with Mission Impossible. However, Sonic is very, very close. Bump, dump, dum, bum, pump, dump, dum, bum. Lego Indiana Jones, the original, I must say, the original Adventures. I cannot even begin to think about how many times I have played this next best level. Seriously, they should just change the name of the level to The Temple, as I ain't getting lost. The Lost Temple is like the Mona Lisa of all Lego Indiana Jones levels. I don't want to beat around the bush here. The setting is a 10. Co-op play, again 10. Big boulders are always a juicy 10. There is a handful of distinctiveness in each area, keeping the theme of what is Indiana Jones so close to its dear heart. Steven Spielberg literally made one of, if not the best adventure film going. The opening to Raiders is timeless, so if this doesn't scream adventure of a lifetime, I do not know what does. I would nearly go as far to say this level is a masterpiece, but like any good old antique, if there is a small mark, the value significantly drops, and well, the plane repairing part is just a bit of an underwhelming finish. I know that is a really minor gripe, however, blame this on him. He pushed me in the water when I was nearly finished. He did it, not me. Not me. Oh, Mos Eisley, a wretched place of best levelness. This is my go-to level in the complete saga, and well, it may not be the best one. Nah, who am I kidding? It is. I had this level as a demo on a disc before my parents bought me the wrong Lego Star Wars game. They got me Lego Star Wars free. I ain't complaining. Mos Eisley, even on its own, is dangerously good. The level is pretty much an open world from the cantina to the cinema. Then TT Games decided to make the Imperial Spy a full-on boss fight. He literally appeared in the movie for like 4 seconds. Now, when I tell you this hidden little secret, you will be blown away. I suggest you hold on to something. In episode 4 of Star Wars, there is a very small throwaway line discussing how they must sell the land speeder. You can actually do this in the level of Mos Eisley. If you drive the land speeder into the car wash, then take it over to this lovely Jawa, he will pay you a few studs for it. Yes, before you ask, you can just simply rob it back off him like the little villain that you are. My only complaint about this level goes to them annoying stormtroopers who literally just hijack your ATST and find it hilarious to simply walk all over you. Mate, you just wait. Compared to the catalogue of levels in the complete saga, I have to argue this one was way ahead of its time. There is so much to explore in both the story and free play, and how many cantinas have we seen now in LEGO games? There is even one in LEGO Indiana Jones. Fair enough, I still do not understand why Han Solo rides the dewback backwards, other than the ATST segment being a little bit annoying due to the stormtroopers. This is a top class LEGO game level. Ooh, insert a bold opinion here. LEGO Batman 2's levels are good, not great. As you sway towards the mid-section of the game, there are some very forgettable levels such as this or this. core instability is terrible. They literally just grabbed the first section of the Juggernaut and made it into an entire level. So, which is the best level in LEGO Batman 2? That will be Asylum Assignment. When LEGO Batman 2 does Batman, it paints Batman like royalty. Straight off the bat, the cold hue throughout the run of this level just enhances the repulsive nature that is Arkham Asylum. Like, I really latch onto the style of Arkham Asylum in this game. It is so interesting how all of this is beneath the sea outside of Gotham. Now, I know this game is aimed at a young audience, same for every LEGO game, where anyone can pick it up, so it is important to keep the level design interesting so it doesn't feel like random puzzles mixed into set pieces to be aimlessly completed. This isn't the case for Asylum Assignment, as in the previous mission there was a breakout, so water is flooding into Arkham Asylum. The clever use of Robin's freeze suit to freeze the water to help platform your way through Arkham Asylum really stood out to me, and a lot of thought went into this level. Seeing all of these little buggers behind bars is like an early retirement. I spent my youth taking down these guys in LEGO Batman 1. Then you fight a horde of ill patients in an X-ray scanner to then going face to face with Scarecrow in what I believe to be the best boss in this game. This kinda goes full circle, as the Scarecrow boss fight in LEGO Batman the video game was despicable, as if they would even do this to my man Scarecrow. I really did feel like a proud father. It was beautiful to see such a strong redemption. If you want to hear me talk a little bit more about the Scarecrow boss fight, there is a card up there to the best boss from every single LEGO game. Overall, this level, the amount of effort that went into this, to the environment, to all of the gameplay, it is so cleverly thought out. Phenomenal job, TT. You see that smiley face? That is the pure visualization of how I feel every time I see this scene. Even in LEGO, I am in awe. Let's all be real here. Jurassic Park 1 is the best and World is pretty good. 2 and 3 are meh at most. The scene in the field in Jurassic Park 2 is excellent though. After my spiffing analysis of Asylum Assignment, this best level needs to be the finest, and well, everything about this mission is tip-top. Restoring power is what I am on about. The first area basically sums up why I love LEGO Jurassic World. TT had no chill here. The bunker feels so claustrophobic and unnerving. As you simply rely on a UV torchlight, the sound design doesn't miss at all, just adding to the whole horror feel of this level. What a perfect intro for the mission. Then we get a complete contrast as we enter the lush-filled, vibrant jungle of Isla Nublar. Other than a Ellie Sattler full-on diving into a giant pile of dino, you know. This level takes itself rather seriously, getting jump scared by raptors every time I take a turn, and again, I know LEGO games are meant to be simple and enjoyable, but this little minigame where you have to watch a dinosaur swap between 3 bushes and hit it with a rock was super engaging and interesting. I was generally enthralled in this simple carnival-style boss. The final cutscene is cinema. Man is clearly compensating for something here. Compared to Asylum Assignment, these two levels have a similar tonal approach, but I really enjoyed how different Restoring Power was, balancing between 2 different contrasting scenarios while holding its horror feel and changing up the LEGO game formula, which LEGO Jurassic World does so well, putting this one above the other for me. Ooh, time to go into the top 5. Are you ready? I feel so much responsibility here, as the final 5 best levels are all top-notch LEGO games. There is no surprise there, so I ain't gonna sand about. Lego Marvel Superheroes 1. Me and you both played this game for so long as a kid. Still do now, because how can you not? Lego Marvel Superheroes is undoubtedly a masterpiece. So when I came to pick the best level, I was stuck, and I mean Lego Games Simple Puzzle stuck. We have all been there. Oh, just look at how many levels I had to choose from. In the end, it was either Raptorus Rise or Sand Central. And well, I went with Sand Central. I love how wacky Sandman is. Like, he is just the most cliche boss ever. He turns himself into a literal sandcastle and is constantly spitting out puns like there is no tomorrow, even referencing the Wizard of Oz. The gameplay is simple but charming, blowing stuff up as Iron Man, swinging about as Spider-Man, smashing stuff up as the Hulk. All in all, this is one of the greats. Each area felt unique, from the bridge to the inside of the station to outside of Stark Tower, all while keeping its tonal value and theme on point. Grand Central covered in sand is like a Vincent van Gogh painting. It's really stunning. Lego Marvel Superheroes 1 is the highest selling Lego game, so I am sure a lot of you guys have played this level. You knew and I knew it was going to be high on the list. Yes, when you grab a movie trilogy as flawless as Lord of the Rings, it is near impossible for a level to be outright bad. Okay, I lied slightly. Taming Gollum is a pretty dull, boring level, just sprinting around in circles grabbing fish. So, Master the Rohirrim, the best level in this game without question is the Mines of Moria. Just thinking about that running scene gives me goosebumps down my entire body. Now, if you disagree with me here, you are a fool of a took. Please, it will be an honour to list why this level is a masterpiece. They have a cave troll cutscene, awesome cave troll boss fight, masterful soundtrack in the background, epic running cutscene, fighting herds of orcs, spiffing background scenery, the broken stairs, throwing Gimli, great co-op feature, more epic running, you shall not pass, Michael Bay's take on Lord of the Rings, a barrage of arrows, somehow epic but sad running. Did you get the gist of it? The Mines of Moria doesn't miss. TT beautifully combined lots of unique flavours of gameplay to deliver the masterpiece which is this. I would go as far to say this level is perfect. I am not going to criticise a Lego game for keeping certain segments simple. I like how this level has a balance. I mean, slashing down the Balrog isn't much other than a glorified cutscene, but I absolutely enjoyed it. The falling stairs is a perfect Lego-fied adaptation of the movie scene. This may be a stretch here, but the camera placement is wonderful. It just helps set the sheer scale of this treacherous mine as a barrage of arrows sets its way upon your depending doom. That was a very dramatic description of a Lego game level, but oh well, the Mines of Moria, yeah, it's pretty near a masterpiece. Master Frodo, we are nearly in the top 3. Well, we are. Remember that Lego Star Wars game my parents accidentally bought me? Happy accidents, eh? You know what, I am gonna say outright. How? TT Games made 3 Lego games in a short span between each other, all to release in the golden year of 2011. 2 of the 3 were absolute peak Lego games, and I mean that. This was probably the most challenging decision among the entire list because Lego Star Wars 3 has a catalogue of just outright perfect levels. The choices were Grievous Intrigue, The Hidden Enemy, Blue Shadow, Rookies, Lair of Grievous, and Legacy of Terror. Out of these 6 levels, this will be a huge surprise, but in the end I opted to go with Blue Shadow. I am sorry, but you know this Lego game is a different breed of bricks when 6 levels could have been the best. To say we're at the number 3 spot, That is sheer impressive. Most impressive. The first time I played this level, I was like 8 years old, and what this best level has that the others didn't is the mixture of unique settings paralleled with the addition of the new co-op system this game brought forth. The premise is rather simple: enter a base, take down the boss, but TT did so much more than that, with 3 teams of characters all entering the base at different points, utilising the new co-op system. Then, when the game splits the teams of characters up to fight 2 bosses consecutively at the same time, which can be done on co-op, you just know this level means business, similar to the raptor fight from LEGO Jurassic World. I don't know why I am so entertained by these carnival-style bosses. I love the contrast between them too. One is a full-on battle and the other is this little carnival minigame. It is just one of those LEGO game levels which doesn't get anything wrong. It has one of the saddest LEGO game moments ever too. Poor Clone, he fooled them all with just a sticker, and Obi-Wan is out here having none of it. It's just a prank, bro. LEGO Batman the video game was my first ever LEGO game back in the day. I would visit my mate's house and play this gem for hours. So I like to see myself as a LEGO Batman connoisseur, and when I tasted the fine dish they call Into the Dark Knight, it made me truly happy for life. Extreme, I know. Killer Moth is the light in my darkness. This level could have been such a dull level, and I mean hella is it Creo looking for dull, but it wasn't. The level depicts Gotham as this eerie, decrepit city. You can almost taste the foulness of the grubby back streets, from the boarded up buildings to the distant police sirens echoing in the background, as you begin to enter the unsettling nightclub. I know that is a very pretentious description of a LEGO game level, but when I think of a LEGO Batman level, this is it, and I need to get something off my chest. Whoever is responsible for this mini-kit placement needs to be banished to the Phantom Zone immediately. That little section where you run down the back street facing a burning building with a gang of purple-looking Joe Pesci's is like Starry Night by Van Gogh. It just captures the vibe, which is LEGO Batman the video game. TT Games just embraced Killer Moth for the beautiful light bulb obsessive man that he is, and it feels like a cliche Batman 1960s episode as you simply switch on a light bulb to lure him in. Then you spray him down with some specially made Killer Moth detergent. Who is making this stuff? You know the saying, leave the best till last. Well, I did. The level has a disco floor. Look at him go. Come on. Oh yeah. Hey, if you want to jam to the LEGO Batman disco music, be my guest. I'll just finish up. Into the Dark Knight truly feels like the amalgamation of the best levels. It has the humour, the atmosphere, a great boss utilising his weakness, as cliche as it may be, fun puzzles, thought out platforming, and a disco floor. This level is what everyone needs. And my, we have been through a total of 23 LEGO games. This is my biggest video yet, and thank you so much for watching to this point, and if you enjoyed, a like would seriously mean the world to me. I do have to confess, however, there have been 4 major headline LEGO games missing from this list. Before we move on to the number 1 spot, the best ever LEGO game level, the ones that were missing were Movie 2 because they are no levels, same for LEGO Worlds, and finally LEGO Star Wars 1 and 2 are pretty much the complete story. We are now at the number 1 spot, so come on, get excited. This is the moment you've waited for. The best ever LEGO game level is interlude time. LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean has the best ever LEGO game level. If someone would have told me this, I wouldn't have believed them. The level is Singapore. I am speechless. This is visually stunning, from the music to sailing down a stream in a gondola to the fantastic door puzzle, a steaming hot jacuzzi. How on earth are these guys just sat chilling in this? Singapore made pushing a cart entertaining. The vastness of this level is breathtaking. How was this not the hub world? This and Into the Dark Knight were neck and neck, but the environment in this one is so different, and the original soundtrack by David Whittaker for this level is unmatched. I assure you, my intentions for this being number one are strictly honourable, from the all-out war to the jacuzzi to the stunning environment. Thank you so much for watching this behemoth of a video, and for 200,000 subscribers. You guys are amazing. Please do let me know which is your favourite LEGO game level below. Anyway, adios.